Hey girls, I'm going to share with you today how I add a crocheted line of trim to a garment to just add another layer of dimension to what you make. This is the hem of a skirt that I thought could use some decoration. So it's very simple. I am no crocheter whatsoever, and I don't even have the terms correct, but I found a crochet needle. This is a number 1 in my sewing stuff. I've been given a lot of boxes of random things, and this was in there. And I was also given this yarn thread stuff. It's rather thin, but it's also thick for crochet yarn. I had never worked with anything this small before, but it's cotton and it's really good for this pretty little trim. So here's how I do it. First, I tie a slip knot, like when you start any crochet project. And I'll have you know that I have never actually finished a true crochet project. I've only started them and given up because it was so hard. Not hard, but I didn't enjoy it. And then here I'm just going to show you with this little piece of blue cloth today. I just hemmed it, I folded it over once and stitched it, and then I folded it over again, and I base stitched it to get a line that will be acting like the first row of chain stitches that you do when you start a crochet project. So when you usually you create you create a big line of chain stitches as the base for your crochet project, and then you go back into the chain stitches and crochet from there. So I pretend like the row of basting is my already completed row of chain stitches. So I'm going to start with a single crochet in the going into the basting stitches. Now this skirt hem I already had it hemmed twice. And then I just went back and I added a line of basting stitches, actually above the normal hem stitching, because I thought it would be prettier up there. So this basting stitch is sometimes on the hem and sometimes not, like right here. It's actually above the hem stitching. Alright, so, oh, there it is. So I've just put my hands in the customary crochet position. I wrap it around my pinky and wrap it around my first finger, like that. And then, because I'm pretending that this is my already completed chain stitch, I will start from the right and work my way to the left. Make sure when you run a line of basting stitches that you very well secure the ends of the basting stitches, because if this pulls out, you lose all of your crocheting from the garment. So make sure it's secured well. I did not make sure it was secured well. I forgot. So I'm going to start in the middle so that I don't lose the crochet. Alright. So what you do, very, very simple, is just put your needle into, or your hook, I should say, knitting has needles. You put it into one of the basting stitches. If it'll go. There you go. And then you just do a single crochet. You pull it through in like that. You go into the basting stitch, you grab the thread, pull it through, and then because it's really hard to pull this thread through the loop. I don't know why, it just, for some reason, I can't ever get it correctly. I go into the next one. I pull it through with the needle, or with the hook facing down, and then I turn the hook and pull it out facing up. And that helps, I think. And once you get the hang of it, it's a lot of fun. It doesn't take as long as you think it would. And I'm sure if you wanted to, and if you were a ambitious crocheter, you could go back on this line of chain stitches that I did, that you do, and add like a double crochet, or I don't know, a triple crochet, to make a very easy little project. Or a very easy little trim on the thing. Every once in a while you want to stretch it out, because you are shortening the basting stitches a little bit, so you want to make sure that you pull them back down. And that's basically it. Oh, you want to make sure that, see how I'm going into this basting stitch, not that basting stitch? This basting stitch I've already gone into. It looks like a very far distance from that basting stitch to this basting stitch, but it's not. It's just the next one. Keep it loose, although not too loose, because if you, I'll show you here, if you leave a really big loop on this and then you crochet one, you're going to have, and you don't pull this tight, you're going to have a very big stitch, and it will show like that. And you don't want that. You want to make sure that it they're all consistent, because like that could actually get caught on something that you're passing by if this is on the hem of something. So just make sure it's pulled slightly tight, not too tight, because that'll curl it. But that's basically it. So very nice. So there's our pretty little crocheted trim on the edge of a random piece of navy blue fabric.